Happy Halloween, Horde! And I thought it would be fun to do a second round of Could I Survive These Horror Movies? So, I decided to pull all of the ones that were left for me on the previous video, as well as add in some ones that are a little bit more personal to myself. And I'm gonna be as brutally honest as the first time, because there's absolutely some horror movies where I don't think not a chance in hell. If you're new here, I'm Hannah, but I go by Hordes online, and if you're not new, welcome back. I talk about horror movies here on my channel on Mondays and Fridays, and I talk about the Boulet Brothers' Dragula on Saturdays. And today, if you can hear a little snorting in the background, it is because my furry baby is here today. She's been a bit needy, so we'll just go with it and just pretend that you don't hear her, even if you do. So without further ado, could I survive these horror movies? Round 2.
Okay, let's go.
In the world of Halloween. Oh, I'm dead. Dead. Like, unless you are called Laurie Strode, you're not surviving in this, like, in this franchise. And people that say, like, oh yeah, I could fight Michael Myers. Delusion. Delusion, put down the Delulu lemonade because you don't stand a chance in hell. Like, no, that's the delusion talking. We're all dead in this franchise unless you are Jamie Lee Curtis.
She's dead.
The first one from the coffin section on round 1. In the world of Sinners, I don't honestly know. Like, I could be dead, I could be alive, I could be sitting pretty because I'm technically not the featured group within this world, but I could also be a vampire. But I am also really antisocial, and if somebody rings my doorbell and I'm not expecting the postman, like, that door ain't being opened, so I'm not about to let a vampire into my house accidentally. I don't know. I'd be interested to know what you think about this one in the coffin section. Like, do you think that either I could survive Sinners, or am I dead in Sinners? Or, like, what do you think? Because obviously I am as white as you can possibly get without being a ghost, and I can sunburn off a candle, so I'm clearly not the group of people that are being hunted down by the vampires, and I'm not I don't think I'm superior in any kind of way, and I can't say the words on YouTube now. But yeah, tell me what you think in the coffin section. Am I dead? Am I alive in Sinners? Because I really don't know.
It could go either way.
In the world of Dave Made a Maze, I am alive. I am alive in Dave Made a Maze because I am not stupid enough to push random buttons and things inside the cardboard maze. And the fact that most people make it out in Dave Made a Maze says that I quite fancy my chances in this one, because as somebody whose mental health has been about as disastrous as Dave's is in this movie, I can relate. And as long as I don't have to fight the Minotaur, I think I'm alive in this one. In the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, in the movie version I'm alive because the movie version isn't great, but if we're going to take the video game into account just a little bit here, I think I'm dead, but I think it's because Foxy gets the jump on me. Like, if you've played the game, you know that Foxy in Pirate Cove, if you are not keeping an eye on him, he leaves Pirate Cove and sprints at you like insanity. Like, if you're not careful, Foxy will kill you in a second, and I think that's how I would die in Five Nights at Freddy's. But again, I don't entirely think that I'm dead in Five Nights at Freddy's, because the movie version is crap and hardly anyone dies in it, because, you know, unless you accidentally find Chica's cupcake, and I'm not, vegan.
No vegan diet, no vegan powers!
In the world of the banana splits, though, I'm probably dead. If I am targeted by the banana splits, you don't really stand a chance. I'm not doing anything really to draw attention to myself. But again, if these things come for you, sorry, goodbye. Doomed beyond belief. And as long as I get to go in the same way as the guy that gets ripped in half, like, as long as it's elaborate and really fancy, I don't really care, because I love this ridiculous horror comedy, and if you've not seen it and you just want to giggle, absolutely go and watch the banana splits. In the world of quarantine, I'm going to be delusional and say that I am alive in the world of quarantine, and simply because I would not open my front door for anything. Like, you could be banging down my front door and I'm like, there's no danger in here. I'm not about to let the danger in. So I think that I am just sat in an apartment somewhere with all of my supplies, like, sitting pretty good to go, because like hell am I opening my front door if my neighbours start screaming. I don't like my neighbours, and I don't think my neighbours like me very much either. It's the sort of, like, we sort of tolerate each other, and that's because they're terrible and not me. Like, ugh. I've got neighbours where if one of them slams the door, it shakes the entire block of like 4 houses. It's that kind of madness. So yeah, I think in quarantine I'm sitting pretty because I'm not about to help my neighbours if everything goes to shit.
I said what I said!
In the world of the sadness, why would you want to be alive? Why would you want to be alive in this world? I don't want to be, like, in between dead and alive and something starts trying to get freaky with my corpse. Like, absolutely not. I don't know. I don't want to be here for this world. Like, I think this movie is insane in, like, a really good way. But like hell do I want to live through it. Like, the guy with the axe that I've put in the little picture, like, he turns up. No, thank you. No. And the scene in the hospital that I was talking, like, I don't want to live through that either. No, dead. I'm asking. Please don't let me live in the world of the sadness.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
In the world of Slay, I'm alive. Like, you think I'm not about to work with drag queens to take down vampires? All you've got to do is survive until dawn. And, you know, I think everybody for the most part survives in Slay. So I don't want to be the person that's like, damn it, I messed up. And what would probably happen to me if I was gonna not make it to the end of the movie? It would be like Sheila. And if you've seen the movie, you know, but unfortunately, mine are real, so I don't need to get replacements if one of mine gets popped. Like, if you've seen it, you'll know. But I think in Slay, I'm either alive or I've accidentally got bitten, but I think I'm alive. I'm going to say I'm alive. I want to be alive in this one. Like, I think I stand a chance. In the world of Infested, I don't think I want to. Oh, this is difficult. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm. If I get ganged up on by spiders that are the size of a truck or a van, I don't think I want to live through that. Like, they're laying eggs in you, and you're now an incubator for the babies. Like, spiders don't really bother me, but I'm not about to fight ones the size of a truck, which is how they grow to this in this movie, because a spider that starts off being like this big, by the end of it is like 7 foot tall. Like, no. And the fact that the police in this just like, yeah, just let it run riot, and then we'll eventually stop it when we know that nobody's alive anymore. Like, they're leaving you for dead. So I'm dead in the Infested.
Anything sounds bad when you say it with that attitude.
In the world of Lumberjack Man, which was another one that was suggested in the coffin section, I think I'm dead, but I want a really elaborate death. I want something on par with, like, the lady that gets bent in half and turned into a table. Like, don't give me something really pathetic and weak. I don't just want to, like, you know, get hit with an axe and keel over. I want the elaborate deaths in it, because there's 2 types of deaths in Lumberjack Man. The, like, casualties and the really over-the-top hilarious ones, and I want one of those. Can I have one of those, please? Because this movie is just so goofy and ridiculous, and you need to go and watch Lumberjack Man if you've never seen it. It's a ridiculous, over-the-top horror comedy with some good old chesty besties in there for good measure. But I think in Lumberjack Man, I think I'm dead, but that's because everybody besides 3 people, yeah, basically everybody that comes into contact with this guy is dead. In the world of Nugulamazi, aka Gothic Later Battle Bear, one of my favourite horror movies. Can I be alive in this? But I want to be on the same side as Yumiko. Can I please have a teddy bear containing the spirit of a dead samurai that I can twirl around with and turn into a magical girl? Because I want to live out my, like, Madoka Magica, Sailor Moon, magical girl raising project. Like, please let me live out my magical girl fantasies, because I love magical girls. Like, Some people love superheroes, I love magical girls, and at some point I will get my magical girl weapon tattoo. But yeah, I want to be alive in this movie just because I want to fight the evil teddy bear businessman called Charlie and his horde of zombies and his ladies with the laser booby nippers. Like, please let me live in this one. Don't take my dream away from me that I'm alive in the world of Gothic Elite Battle Bear.
Don't you do it!
In the world of Tokyo Gore Police, which was another one from the coffin section on round 1, do you want to be alive in Tokyo Gore Police? Like, you want to be alive if you're a mutant and you've got like the extra part in you, which means that you can grow weapons when like your limbs get chopped off and everything. But do you want to not, like, if you're not a mutant, you don't want to be alive in this world because you're kind of collateral damage. So either I'm alive because I've got the mutant gene, I mean, she's got the redhead gene, so there's absolutely a chance, or I'm dead because I was collateral damage for the Gore Police and the mutants. So I'll let you decide on that one. In the world of Little Monsters, I think I'm sitting pretty in this one, and hear me out, controversial opinion about to come out here. I hate kids in zombie movies usually, but this is like my exception movie because the kids in this, they actually can fend for themselves in a sense. People with kids are gonna hate me for this, but if you've got kids in a zombie apocalypse, you're kind of screwed, like really screwed, because you're going to spend far more time making sure that they stay alive and keeping track of them than you are of actually keeping yourself alive. Like, if it comes to, for example, you're in a building and all of a sudden all the zombies start swarming in from one side, your priority is not going to be, I must get myself out. It is, I must get this screaming child that cannot fend for itself out first. So, in a zombie apocalypse, if it ever happens, clearly I'm not about to be in a group of survivors with kids in it. So, in the world of Little Monsters, I think I'm sitting pretty because I'm not trying to, like, save myself and an entire class of 5-year-olds. So, technically, does that make me Teddy McGiggles? But maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it makes me a bad person. But, like, if they're your kids, they're your responsibility, whether there's a zombie apocalypse or whether the world is going on as normal. So, in the Little Monsters, I'm going to say I'm alive.
Bye, kids.
In the world of Silent Hill. No. This is another one like The Sadness. Why would you want to be? Why would you want to live in this world? Why would you want to be part of the cult that, you know, resides in the church, where every time you hear the siren, the world changes and all of a sudden everything is trying to kill you? Like, no, absolutely not. I'm not about to join a cult to start with because she's got common sense and isn't easily manipulated into doing stupid things like joining a cult. You know, I'm not joining the Mormons, I'm not joining the Scientology, I'm not joining the Red Hat Brigade of America. Like, absolutely not. I'm not about to join the Ragnishis or any, like, because if you didn't know, there's like multiple cults in every single country. Apparently we've got at least 3 here in the UK. America is like sorry, you're a cesspit for them. No, I'm not about to join the cult in Silent Hill, and I'm also not about to start wandering the streets when the siren goes off. And do I have a reason to go to Silent Hill? If I got a letter and it was like, please come to Silent Hill, I'd be like, nope, absolutely not. Good luck, you're on your own.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
In the world of 30 Days of Night, I am banking on vampires abiding the rule that you can only go into someone's house if they invite you in. I do not have any, like, welcome to the house things downstairs. Like, my mum doesn't have any, because believe me, if I did, I'd make sure that they were gone. I want to say in this one, I'm a rare case of, as long as I've got enough supplies to last for 30 days and I don't have to wander outside and vampires don't have to wander inside, I might actually be okay in this one. This is me, like, absolutely banking on vampires, like, abiding the rules of their culture, but who knows? So I am either torn limb from limb and I am a snack for multiple vampires, or, I mean, she's a whole damn meal, or I'm sitting pretty in my house and everybody else outside is dead. Sorry, I don't care if that makes me selfish, but, like, It's me, myself, and who's in my house at the time. In the world of Daybreakers, though, I think... I mean, are you technically alive or dead if you're a vampire? Because in Daybreakers, your option is you either get turned into a vampire along with, like, 90% of the population, you're a human in hiding because they want your blood, or you're alive but you're in a blood bank. And I don't want to be the last two, so I think in the world of Daybreakers, I'll settle for being a vampire. I know it doesn't end well, but that is only because, like, one scientist decides to team up with the human. Like, one person causes the downfall of all the vampires in Daybreakers, but before that, all the vampires are sitting good. They're just trying to find a synthetic blood substitute, and one person says, you know what, I'm gonna go rogue. Selfish person. Says me, who this entire point of the video has been doing nothing but selfish decisions.
The impudence! The audacity!
In the world of Bone Tomahawk, nope, no thank you, no, it's another one like The Sadness where you don't want to come across the cannibals in Bone Tomahawk. Nobody wants to come across the cannibals in Bone Tomahawk because it is not going to end well for you or for anybody that you love. So I want to be alive because I never came in contact with the cannibals, or I'd like a very, very swift death, please, because no. In the world of Dead Snow, do I go against lore? Part of me thinks I'm going to go against the law in this, because if you've seen Dead Snow, you'll know it's to do with a certain set of German soldiers whose name I can't say on YouTube. They stole a bunch of gold, were chased out by the villagers, and left for the mountains in the middle of winter. And if anybody finds the gold, they come for them. I'm not a nosy bitch. I'm not in any kind of way. And if I went to a cabin in the middle of nowhere and someone came, like a hiker was like, here's the story, don't do the thing, I'd be like, I wasn't planning on doing it anyway, I've come for a nice quiet vacation. I'm not about to set the snowball in motion. So I might be dead because somebody else was stupid enough to set the snowball in motion. I think that's probably more likely. I think I'm dead because somebody else went looking for the gold. Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, I don't want to be like, haha, I'm gonna be one of the few people that manages to survive in Dead Snow, because I think I'm dead by proxy. Yeah, I think I'm dead by proxy because of somebody else's stupidity.
Correct!
In the world of Cockneys versus Zombies, and if you haven't seen this movie, please go and watch this movie as well. It was another one that was recommended in the coffin section. I think I am alive. I think I'm alive because while my grandma isn't here anymore, like before she died, she was in a care home. And if a zombie apocalypse broke out and it was like, I need to go and bust my grandma out of a care home, like, damn right, I'm about to do it. I'm about to go in all guns blazing. And I think most of us would if we're honest. And my grandma was quite a ballsy badass, I'm not gonna lie. My grandma was not like a wallflower in any kind of way. I mean, shock and surprise she got me as a grandchild. But yeah, I think a lot of them actually survive in this movie. So I'm going to say that I too would survive in Cockneys versus Zombies. Like, my mum would also be like, I'll drive, you shoot. That would be it. And there'd be like Bug sat in the back seat doing like her best, like, I will supervise, because that's what she does when she's in the car. If you can hear her snoring, that's her down on the floor. She's currently lying in her bed. I think I'm alive in the world of Cockneys versus Zombies, because if you can get away from the zombies like they do in this movie, you kind of seem pretty. And I'm not about to let my grandma be eaten by zombies.
Help is on the way, dear!
In the world of Hostel, I'm gonna be cocky as hell with this one. I'm alive because like hell will you catch me backpacking through Europe. It's not gonna happen. It's not. I'm never gonna be in the situation that anybody in the Hostel franchise finds themselves in, because I don't want to go backpacking through Europe. I like my house, and I like not staying in hostels and sharing rooms with like 20 other people where there's like one shower and toilet between the entire room. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. So I'm not about to find myself in the situation that they are in Hostel. I don't have any friends either that will be like, you know what we should do for fun? We should go backpacking through Europe. No, No, we should stay at home and play video games and do fun stuff instead. So in Hostel, I'm alive because I'm not stupid.
Oh, no way.
In the world of The Thing, I'm dead. Everybody is dead. If you think that you could live in The Thing movie, please go and have a word with yourself in a mirror, because absolutely not. Nobody is going to survive in the world of The Thing. It's not possible. It's not possible. I'm saying it's one of those horror movies where it is impossible to survive. If you get in contact with The Thing and it decides that it's going to kill you and replicate you, this is an inwinnable movie. In the world of The Descent, I've picked this one for a reason. I am alive, and that is because I think one of the worst ways to die is being stuck in a cave. Like, I remember hearing the story of the Nutty Putty incident. If you have never heard of this caving accident, please go and search it. It is insane. A guy went like spelunking, deep cave exploring, you know, the really skinny, narrow caves, and took a wrong turn and ended up face down in the dark, and they tried everything to get him out. And at one point, as they started to try and pull him up, he slipped and fell. I think it was like another 20 feet down this hole, it was like this shape. And he basically ran out of air because everything was being squeezed so much. His body is still in that cave now. They just blocked the entrance to the cave so you can't go and explore it anymore. So to me, that is the worst way to die. That and drowning. So if you found yourself in a cave and at certain times in the day it had like tidal no, absolutely not. Nope. So this is why I will never be in the situation that the girls find themselves in The Descent. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not about to put myself in a situation where I could get squashed in a cave. Absolutely not.
Hell no!
The next one also comes from the coffin section, and that is in the world of Battle Royale. But this one came with a stipulation, and it is not the class of students from Battle Royale. It is all the kids that I went to school with and were in my like form/homeroom class when I was 14. And I'm not meaning to sound smug about this one, but I was kind of in a class with a bunch of like yes men. Like there was a lot of suck-ups in my group, and they would they throw you under the bus if they thought it would get them a better reputation? Yeah. But also, do I think that they would kill me in a battle situation? No, I think they'd go and sit in a corner and cry about it. Like, they were those kids, you know, the sort of, they were all Randall from Recess. So I think I fancy my chances in Battle Royale if it's against the kids that I went to school with. In the actual class of Battle Royale, I don't fancy my chances at all. But I think if I don't win, I am at least like top 5. Because my class was maybe 28, 30 kids, my homeroom/form class. So I fancy my chances in this one, to be honest. And I don't want to be like, yes, she could win the entire thing. But I do fancy my chances. So sorry, I'm going to say I win in this one.
Come on, Queensberry rules.
In the world of Leprechaun. Ooh. I want to say I'm alive in Leprechaun. Like, I'll kick Warwick Davis. Don't care. Like, I'll fight Warwick Davis as a leprechaun, but not in space. I'll fight him on the ground, but I'm not about to fight him in space. If Jennifer Aniston can like be the final girl in Leprechaun, so can I. So I fancy my chances in Leprechaun, and I'm gonna be cocky and say, you know what? I win. I'm gonna be the final girl in Leprechaun. And the final one for this round of Could I Survive These Horror Movies is the world of Heart Eyes, and I love the loophole in this because by absolute dumb luck, I am alive in the world of Heart Eyes because at this point I have been single for the last year. I have no plans on changing this. I'm not looking to change this. I'm not planning on flirting with anybody. I'm happy being single. I can do what I want when I want. I can go to bed at 9 o'clock if I want to, and nobody's going to be like, oh, we should stay up and do things. Nope, thank you. I'm going to bed. It's been a long day. In the world of Heart Eyes only goes after loved up couples on Valentine's Day. So I escape by being a single Pringle. So to all my other single Pringles out there, just know there's a horror movie out there that you are guaranteed to survive just by being a single Pringle. So there you have it, the second round of Could I Survive These Horror Movies? And I would love to know if you agree or disagree with any of my opinions on the movies on this list. But also, if you would like me to do a third round at some point, leave me movie suggestions, like drop them in the coffin section and I will compile them all together onto a list and make sure to include them in a potential third round if I get enough of them. If you would like to know where else you can find me, I am also over on Instagram and Letterboxd, where I post every single horror movie that I watch, not just the ones I talk about here on YouTube. But speaking of YouTube, I'll be back on Monday with a solo movie review, and this time it is going to be a follow-up to Monday's video. I basically exposed 10 horror movies / franchises that I had never seen, and asked whichever one got the most, traction behind it, I would review for Monday, and it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. One particular entry on that list absolutely just took off, and everybody was like, you need to watch this one. You need to watch that one. You need to watch because here's reason A, here's reason B. You just need to watch. And the movie that we're talking about for Monday is The Lost Boys. We're watching The Lost Boys from 1987, and like I said, it wasn't even close. This movie had so much traction behind it compared to everything else. So I am gonna stick to my pinky promise, and I'm gonna watch The Lost Boys on Monday. So until next time, bye. A special thank you though to my regenerators here within the Horde for their support over on Patreon.